Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at VECHAIN. Thank you for joining us again for another video, and if you are new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. We're always happy to hear from you guys. So let's get into the price action now. So we were talking about this fifth wave to the upside, and we've actually extended up slightly further than I had anticipated. So now we can look at this internal structure here, and effectively, I'm looking at this as a flat correction here, but it is possible there could be an extension in here. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3, and we just have a zigzag down here. We could, yeah, I mean, we could move this there, but no, I think for the most part, I'm still treating this as potentially looking to complete into this high point here, and this is the zone we'd be looking for. If we do move above this zone of this 2477, then we can argue that potentially we're getting some extension within here, where this would be then a 1, 2, and then this would be looking to form a third. We might get a fourth and a fifth wave to the upside. But I'm not really, that's not my primary count at this point. I do think that this is looking to complete. It is possible we could get a diagonal in here, which might look to push us slightly higher. And the way that we would have to look at this then potentially is this is a 1, 2, 3, and then potentially would come down for another fourth and a fifth, something like this, and it would form a wedge pattern. Though breaking back down below this wave 2 point of this 2367 would actually invalidate this this structure here. So at the moment I'm looking at it as a ending diagonal here, so we could have another leg up here as a fifth wave. And then basically what we'd want to see for confirmation that this is completed would actually be to break down past this fourth wave area again. If we fail to do that, then it is possible that maybe there's an extension from further back here, which we'll go over in a second. But I'm not seeing it very likely, and I am thinking that this is going towards the end of this move now. There's not really any more sort of indicating that it's going to go higher. So I'm going to get rid of this box here because we don't need that anymore. One thing that we do need to be aware of is if we fail to actually break down from this point and take this fourth wave low here, this 2122, then it is possible that we could actually look to retrace and find support and look to push up one more time. So we need to just bear in mind, we need to actually start breaking down below some of these fourth wave, below some of these fourth wave lows, because otherwise it's going to keep open the potential for extension. And basically this would be a support zone if we're looking to extend. So if we actually do come back down into this zone and we do so in a ABC, so a 3-wave move, it is possible that we could actually look to have a bigger structure here. This is not my primary expectation, but potentially this can still play out. So we'd have to just bear in mind that if we do find support again in this zone, we could actually look to progress up in another 5-wave move, and this would then open up another idea which we're going to go over shortly. So if we do move up here, effectively the impulsive trigger would only be much higher here at this blue line, and that would then be looking at us basically looking for a bigger 5-wave move here. So if this is the case, we'd have to change how we're looking at this move. So I'm going to actually remove this this off of here so we can see. So if we do actually move up higher and we do actually get to this 2846, which I'm not really anticipating, but it is a possibility now that we can see that we're starting to get some traction here. It is possible that we could look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to the upside. However, this would then take us above this high point here, which we were talking about, was quite important if we were looking at the diagonal option. So we're sort of right in that zone where we could actually look to reject, or alternatively, like we were talking about previously, it is possible this could be an A, B, and then we're actually looking to end in a diagonal or something within this space. We need a bit more time to confirm it, but basically I am still just looking at a single 5-wave move until it proves otherwise. Basically what we'd be looking for is a breakdown from this point. But if we should just push directly up here, the zone I'd be interested in is this 2486. If we hit this 2486, then we could look for additional upside here, and we would have to then take this into account as potentially a 1-2 from over here, So this secondary impulse would be this 2732. If we move past this zone, then we'd have to start looking at this as a bigger structure here, and effectively what we'd be looking for is this is a 1, 2, all of this would become a 3, 4, and a 5. So for the most part, I'm not seeing it currently, but if we do continue to push to the upside, then effectively we could be setting ourselves up for a bigger extension here, and we would have to just keep an eye on this. So this is just this is one of the potential options that we have. We need to just bear in mind nothing is confirmed within this, but if we do move down into this zone, it is possible that we could look to break down, that we could look to push up rather. So this is just something we need to bear in mind. So I'm going to just remove that for the time being, and we're going to just talk about the primary account here. If we do complete into this low, into this high point here, effectively what we want to see at this point now is for this to break down. And like I said, we want to take this fourth wave low. And effectively what we'd be looking to do is actually retrace deeper down into this zone here of this 01943 to this 1698. So this is a zone we'd actually want to pull back into. Though we need to wait for confirmation, because like I said, it is possible there is some extensions within this, but I'm not seeing them myself currently. So if it does start to extend out, we'll have to see how the waves actually play out, whether we get this retracement down and then we push up. But if we do look to break down, first thing I'd want to see is this 2122 taken out. Then secondly, I want to see this 1955 get taken out. And basically within this structure, if we're looking at a typical move, it would be a zigzag, but it doesn't have to be. But if it is, what we'd want to see is 5-wave structure, potentially coming down, taking out these lows, coming back up, and then looking to retrace deeper into this zone here of this 1943 to the 1698. If we do actually progress to the downside here like this, what we'd then be looking for is that potential for continuation to the upside, and looking at this as an ABC. Yeah, there really isn't much else to say at this point. We need to see how this plays out. I can't see anything within the subwaves currently that is indicating that we're going to get an extension up here. But like I said, if we do move up past those zones, particularly this one, we can then potentially look for extension within the waves. So if we do move up past this 2743, then we would be looking at a bigger move here, and we'd have to say that we were actually still within this third wave, and that would have to be wave 1, 2, and then potentially pushing up for a bigger third. I don't see it though currently, so we'll just have to see how it plays out. Okay, I'm going to leave the video there. We will keep you up to date once we get more information, but I do think that the likelihood is that we're going to get rejected here and actually start to move away. But if it fails to do so, this 2743 is an important zone, so keep an eye on it. Okay, everyone, I hope you have a great evening and a great weekend. We'll see each other in the next video. Take care out there.